Seriously? See, back when I was younger, if there was one thing that I just couldn't stop caring about, it had to have been the opinion of others. Back then, I used to do things that I didn't really want to do purely just to get the validation of others. You know what I mean? We often call these people the class clowns, in which they do silly things just so that others can look at them and start laughing, right? The issue with that is people often laugh at you instead of with you. And there's a significant difference between the two, right? And even if, let's say I wanted to do something that I actually felt driven towards, oftentimes there would always be somebody standing in my way. Every time I try to pick up a new hobby, whether if it was skateboarding, basketball, or anything, there would always be at least a few people who would just tell me, who would give me every single reason as to why I shouldn't be doing that thing. And I used to listen to these people. A lot, actually. I used to let their thoughts and opinions affect what I'm gonna do in my life. And that was an issue. Because the way we should live our lives is we should live our lives for ourselves, not for others, right? If you were to ask anybody on their deathbed, and this is gonna get a little bit dark here, right? But there's a statistic that the most common regret of people on their deathbed is the fact that they lived the life that others wanted them to live instead of the life that they wanted to live. You can start to imagine where we're going with this, right? But let's get back to the topic, because one of the most common advice that is spread out there as to how do I deal with the judgment of others, what are they gonna think when they're gonna see me do this, stop caring. Stop caring. Just detach completely from what's going on. And for a lot of people, this just works. Like some people, they see this as like a switch they can flick, turn on, they can turn it on and off in their minds, you know what I mean? You probably don't have that. And if you're watching this video, there's a very high chance that this approach just doesn't work. Because I used to be like this all the time. In the back of my mind, I used to say to myself that, yeah, I don't care what others think. Yeah, I'm gonna upload on YouTube every single day, and if somebody's gonna find out, yeah, I don't care what others have to say. When the right time came around and somebody would actually find my videos and they would ask me for it, that's when I would just kind of freeze. That's when, even though most of my content is about developing confidence, that's when I would feel like all of this confidence would just deflate. Because like, as soon as somebody would ask me about it, like confront me about my content, like I would just freeze. I wouldn't know what to do, right? And this is the thing. You can't just like turn on and off this switch of, oh yeah, I don't care what others have to say. The way that I like to look at it, you should use this as a way to dictate your future actions. Instead of just standing there with this power pose and saying to yourself, oh yeah, I don't care what others think. Because here's the thing, deep down you still do. That's the worst part. We struggle to accept that we are still attached to those past events, to our own thoughts, to those experiences we had. So how do we deal with that? The way that I like to look at it, as I said, is I let my actions influence my thoughts instead of trying to let my thoughts influence my actions, because oftentimes this just doesn't work. You know this feeling when you want to walk up to somebody in public, let's say you see a cute girl standing somewhere, but you don't even like try to walk up to her, you know? As you get the thought of, wait, maybe I should talk to her, your mind's coming up with every single reason as to why you shouldn't do that thing. And what do you know? Even if you were to convince yourself to finally walk up to her, by the time you would end up being so freaking awkward. I relate to this so much because this used to be me all the time. I used to think that thoughts are meant to influence the actions. Most of the time it should work the other way around, my friend. Because when you do something spontaneously, when you say to yourself, oh yeah, screw it, you walk up and you do that thing, that's when your mind starts to feel positive. It is after doing a difficult task, not before it, right? Before you try to do the difficult task, you're worried, you're scared, you're overthinking, right? It's exactly the same thing here. When you do that thing that you're so afraid of, right? And you realize that it's actually not that difficult, that it's not scary. Then when you say to yourself, oh yeah, I don't care what others have to say. Now you have proof in the back of your mind. Now you actually stop caring about that thing. You're sort of destimulating that effect in your mind. Remember this word, my friend. Destimulate. Detach from this emotion you feel when thinking about the thing that you're so afraid of. Try to like break this connection between your neurons, right? Because you don't need it. Trust me. There's a very good quote from, I don't know who this person was, but his name is Bill Wilson. He has this one quote that I truly resonate with so freaking much. I talk about it in almost every single video, but it's that you can't think your way into positive action, but you can act your way into right thinking. Isn't that exactly what we're talking about today? This is exactly why you should just detach from the opinion of others. Because what are you gonna do if you're gonna constantly follow what others tell you? And this isn't about taking advice. Obviously, you should take advice from other people, but don't let other people live your life for you. You be the main character of your own life instead of trying to be the side plot of somebody else's. Live your life for you, nobody else only. I know this type of advice might sound a little bit cliche from a squeaky voiced 17-year-old kid. What do I know about life? Oh, good question. I'm gonna leave that to you to answer that, but that's the general conclusion from that video, honestly. The way you should think about not caring about what others say, it's definitely not the way you've been told. You can't just like snap your fingers and stop caring. I mean, some people do. But if that doesn't work for you, I truly believe this video is gonna help you out. So, if you made it to this point of the video, I'm not gonna drag it any further. Is my cat in the room? Damn it, my cat's not in the room. Wait, should we go look for the cat? Screw it. We're going for the cat. Where's my cat? It's in the bathroom. There it is. You got something to say to the viewer? This cat will never be normal. But yeah, if you liked what you've seen and you want to see more of it, please make sure to join the Discord server. If not, at least click the subscribe button. Honestly, I don't see a reason as to why you shouldn't join the Discord server. We literally make Discord exclusive content there that you don't get on this channel, right? This is some mind-blowing stuff that you have over there. Plus, you find yourself a community like no other. Trust me on that. But yeah, I'm not gonna stroke your motivation dick even further. I think you get the point. Okay, yeah. If you want to, you can click all these videos. You can subscribe as well. I would really appreciate it. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next video. So keep working, brother, and take care.